Alrighty, guys, time for our Palantir stock update today as we are looking really green, up over 2.5% in the midst of an overall pretty decent green day for the stock market where the Russell, the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, they're each up pretty much 0.2 to about 0.25%. So we have a lot to cover today from Palantir, the charts, where I see it going here as it is on the verge of breaking out in my opinion, and we'll cover the indexes later in the video. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo, each up to $2,000. Just use that link down below, check out the QR code right here, or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers, let's dive right into the video. So check it out. It's almost 1 p.m. right now on the East Coast, and Palantir, no doubt about it, you guys can see it right here, is breaking out, at least on this intraday chart, right? We're moving above the highs from yesterday, and we're completely exploding past those highs. We hit $25.50 earlier in the day, about an hour ago, an hour prior to me filming this video, that is. So we hit $25.50 there, pulled back a bit, rallied again to about $25.40, and that's where we got rejected at about 10-15 minutes ago prior to me making this video, and we've been selling off a bit ever since. But obviously, guys, we're still holding an uptrend. The bulls are still in charge, even though we are selling off a bit on the intraday. Now, we're heading right towards $25 per share, it looks like, which is right by the 180 SMA support here on this intraday chart. So that's going to be a big spot worth watching. And that's also right by the highs from the pre-market. You guys can see pre-market, we hit $24.90, $25. That was the resistance, right? So that could be support. That could be support moving forward here. So keep your eyes on that in the very short term here on Palantir. And on the 5-day, 5-minute, look at what we just did, guys. We took out the highs, again, from yesterday, which I just mentioned, but also from Friday and Thursday. Thursday, you guys can see we hit, where was that? $25.40 roughly. And we didn't completely break through there in terms of ripping a $26 or $27 quite yet. But we did peak above that high ever so slightly, right? As again, we got the $25.47 earlier in the day. So Palantir is looking pretty good, guys. We hit $25.40 last Thursday, sold off a bit, consolidated, and now we're starting to break back out, which is all the bulls could really ask for here in the very short term. And you guys can see that $25.40 level is not only resistance from last Thursday, but also from earlier in this month of March, pretty much from 10 days ago. In the middle of March, we hit $25.30, $25.40. We double topped there. Then we sold down at $22.90. So this spot right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a major, major level, right? And what do you notice? We have an inverse head and shoulders, which I covered in my video, I believe, yesterday. And we also have a cup and handle, right? You guys see the cup, you guys see the handle. So my eyes, if we can get out of $25.50, $26 on Palantir, which I've been saying for quite some time, that is where we could get the full-on breakout, maybe back towards $27.50, maybe towards $30. Who knows where it could go from that point. And keep in mind, do you guys remember the wedge that I talked about? Let me show you this. And actually, wait, before we do that, on the 20-day chart, here you can see the inverse head and shoulders even better, right? And right now, as we are up around 2.5%, 3%, we're really starting to push the breakout spot. Which now that I'm looking at this again, $25.50 was also resistance in the beginning of March. So this spot needs to break, guys. And again, from there, we could be taken off on PLTR. So keep your eyes on that on the 1-hour chart. And on the 4-hour chart, if I zoom in a bit right here, let me clear the drawing set. You guys can see if I get this, boom, the higher lows that are being made, but at the same time, we're making lower highs, which if you guys caught my video yesterday, we outlined this exact wedge that I just drew out. And right now we are at the top of it on this time frame, which is the breakout spot right here. Let me, get the circle tool out and draw this out so you guys can see it. This spot here is the make it or break it for the bulls. If we're able to get out of there, if we can break $25, $50, $26, we could be ripping like no other, at least in my opinion. And by the way, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys what to do. This is just my thought here, looking at it on the charts and coming from a trader's point of view. So my alert just got set at $25.50. I'll do another one at $26. Mark is at or above. So before we talk about some other stocks and the indexes, which you're going to want to hear that, guys, don't forget to get up to 15 free stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000. Just use that link down below and listen to this, guys. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get 5 stocks, and fund your account with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And the thing is, each of those could be valued up to $2,000. It is a no-brainer, guys. So come on, use that Moomoo link down below, or again, go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo, or check out the QR code right here. Get your stocks. And with that being said, cheers. Let's continue on here and break down some other movers, what I'm looking to do, all that good stuff. So like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it's not like we have a crazy green day today, so far at least, right? SPY's up only 0.18%, really not doing much. Looks like we're just consolidating. If I pull up this 5-day, 5-minute, you guys can see that, right? Triple Q, pretty much the same thing, flat, up 0.17%. Arguably just consolidating. The Dow up 0.25%, pretty flat after yesterday's flat day, as well as the Russell's up, let's see here, guys, 0.2%, pretty flat with what we saw yesterday and the trading day before that. Well, I guess on Friday we did sell off a lot in the morning, but then we flattened out for the rest of the day, which led into yesterday and today so far on the Russell. And when it comes to some other movers in terms of individual stocks, Tesla is moving pretty nicely today. 4.2% green day for Tesla. It just hit a 5-day, 5-minute high at $184 per share, which is good. On the 10-day chart, we hit a high as well on Tesla, and on the 20-day maybe? No, not quite yet. But notice what we're seeing right here. Let me clear this drawing set and get this for you guys. We can see we have an inverse head and shoulders on Tesla, do we not? We have the left shoulder, we have the head right here, boom. You guys see that? If it wants to work, come on, there we go. The head's right there. And here we have the right shoulder in the inverse head and shoulders, which, by the way, we're starting to get some momentum there. We're taking out the highs from the last couple of days, and actually Tesla just hit, believe it or not, guys, earlier today, a multi-week high. Last time Tesla was in the 185 range was back in the beginning of this month. We're talking a good 3 weeks ago. So Tesla is not fully breaking out by any stretch of the imagination, but maybe it's gearing up for an extended relief rally, maybe towards 190, maybe towards 200, 205. Let's see how that plays out here on this 20-day, 1-hour chart, guys. And let's do one more quickly before we do wrap up this video. I think DWAC, which is Donald Trump's SPAC, or it was Donald Trump's SPAC, that officially now is trading as DJT, which is Trump Media and Technology. And this is great timing considering the election, all that. I mean, it makes sense that he waited till now to do this. And we can see on the first day of trading as DJT, it went from $51 in the pre-market to $80 a couple of hours ago. Now it's at $73 per share. So a lot of volatility there on DJT. Let me actually add it here to my watch list. I think I have to re-add that. So let me do that now. DJT, Donald Trump, what's it called? Donald J. Is it Joseph, John, Joe? Who the heck knows? But Trump is the ticker, right? DJT. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Of course, I'll have more videos, later today, and of course later this week as well. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit that like button and the notification bell, and let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you guys later.